Hey guys, this is Double B MTG. I'm going to be playing another Pauper League of Tortured Existence. The Super Qualifier didn't pop today, so I'm going to have to just settle with a league. I'm going to be playing 2 Masked Vandal, 3 Kitchen Imp, a bunch of Affinity Hate, a couple Fairy Macabres, and the rest of the list is pretty standard. I'll see you in the first match. Here we are in the first match of the league. The opponent is going to be on the play, probably. This does not have Tortured Existence or Commune, so it is a mulligan. Opponent also mulligans. This has a Commune. It's a keep. I'll toss back one of these Stinkweed Imps. And this is probably Affinity. Always rough, but we'll see if we can do something. Yep, definitely Affinity. Acre Wellspring. Okay, Masked Vandal's pretty good. Hit him for 1. Play another Spitter. Rot Farm this Swamp back to my hand. Pass the turn. Our opening is reasonably good against Affinity, but it might just not matter. Because Affinity is Affinity. Okay. Crypt Rats, sure. I think I'm going to Commune this turn instead of going like Fume Spitter on itself and Masked Vandal, because these 2 Fume Spitters can kill an Atog, one of them can kill a Disciple. Fume Spitter is reasonably good in this matchup. I'm going to Commune. Darn. Didn't hit a Tortured Existence. I'll pick up a Kitchen Imp, play a Swamp, hit him for 2. Yeah, that's really tough that we didn't hit anything good there. Next turn, we'll either go for a Crypt Rats or a Masked Vandal. And Affinity's just doing Affinity things. Just drawing its entire deck. I hate this deck. I hate it so much. It's so obnoxious. What does opponent have? Okay, Chromatic Star, sure. Mirror Enforcer, okay. Yep, that is a thing that they do. I'm not gonna use that. Just draw Swamp, okay. So a little bit mana screwed. It's probably correct to just try to push that advantage by Masked Vandaling one of the lands. I think that the correct one is going to be the Vault, because they just have more black stuff in their deck. It doesn't really matter, but I think that the Vault has to go. I'll get rid of the Kitchen Imp in the graveyard and pass the turn. Okay, Prism. Ah, got out of the mana screw. Rough. If they attack, I'm definitely going to block with this Masked Vandal. It'd be sweet if I could recur it a few times. If eventually I draw into a Tortured Existence. Take a natural draw. Hey, there we go. Tortured Existence. Use Tortured Existence. Get back that. Discarding a Stinkweed Imp or a Brown Scale. I think I'm going to discard a Stinkweed Imp this time. Then I'm going to cast Masked Vandal. I'm going to target Great Furnace here. And exile a Stinkweed Imp. This Mirror Enforcer does not matter because I can just block with the Masked Vandal over and over. If he keeps attacking with it, it's just a misplay because I can't recur this Vandal except for like blowing up the board with Crypt Rats. Okay, gonna draw a card off the star. I really like having 2 of this card main deck. It's very strong, especially in this matchup, of course. Sure, an Atog. Not that big of a deal with 2 Fume Spitters. Disciple, sure. Now, do I kill the Atog or do I kill the Disciple? I think I'm gonna try to kill that Disciple. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Disciple with a Fume Spitter. I might as well just do it now. Okay. Am I gonna dredge this Stinkweed Imp? It's kind of close. I think it's correct to do so. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing here? I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to get back this Fume Spitter. And get out this Kitchen Imp. Yeah. And I'll just swing with the Masked Vandal, I think. Will I? No. No, I've got to leave it back to block this Enforcer. Yeah, sure, I'll just get the Fume Spitter back, discarding the Kitchen Imp. I could get a Tri-Builder back, but I really don't want to get TBR'd or flung or whatever. That would suck. So I'm gonna kill this Atog this turn. They might have another one, but, you know, that's the beats if they do. Come on. Let my abilities resolve, please. Let my abilities resolve. There we go. Fume Spitter. I could have gotten back a Tri-Builder, but just... I don't want to die this turn. I really don't. I'll swing with Kitchen Imp, leave back the Masked Vandal. Because this is a really good blocker against Affinity, because they want, at all costs, to keep it out of my graveyard. And there's the second Atog. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That's a whole lot of stuff. Sure. Okay, draw into a forest. I can't double Fume Spitter. I can only get 1 Fume Spitter this turn. I'm going to get a Sakura Tri-Builder, discard a Stinkweed Imp, cast Tri-Builder, and I'm going to get the first Fume Spitter to kill this Atog. I might be dead next turn, but if so, that's just Affinity things. Doesn't matter how many times you blow up all their stuff with your main deck hate, they just play through it. Because they have free 4/4s and a million cards drawn. I mean, I've dredged multiple Stinkweed Imps, and they've still gone through more of their deck than I have. Luckily, Affinity's not that great at attacking into my deck. Sure. I will block here, here, here. Yeah. I think that this is... I don't know, it's not super great. Yeah, I'm not sure that I want... Yeah, I don't know if I want this Kitchen Imp to die. I think I might just want to keep it on the battlefield for another turn. It's kind of close. I'll just chump with it. And then sack Fume Spitter on Atog. Okay, they sack that to make sure it doesn't die to the Tribe Elder. Sack Tribe Elder, I'm gonna get a swamp. Well, let's see what happens here. Now the question is, do I dredge? Because if I don't, and then I draw an untapped black source, so it's just swamp, and I've milled over 4 of them, that's really unlikely. It's probably just correct to dredge. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing here? Well, I can get back... So I spend 1 swamp. I can get back maybe a Grave Scrabbler, cast Grave Scrabbler. No, that doesn't do very much. I can get back Kitchen Imp, cast Kitchen Imp. Getting back... this is just such a rough situation. Well, I think that I need to get back Fume Spitter. Maybe. I really need Masked Vandal. This is just such a bad situation to be in. Yeah, I'll get back Masked Vandal. Cast the Vandal. Killing one of these Enforcers. Yep, just sacks it. That's fine. I don't even have to exile anything because of that. Almost certainly has a couple Galvanic Blasts in hand. So I'm just going to loop Brown Scale once. Get back Fume Spitter. And then kill that Atog. It's not dead this turn, but it's going to be dead on his upkeep. Alright. Affinity's probably just going to roll me at this point, but I did as much as I could. Block. Take 4. Disciple, sure. Prism, sure. Blood Fountain. Oh, that's such a good card. Dredge Stinkweed. Okay, I'm going to get back. Let's think. 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can do this. Get back Grave Scrabbler. Grave Scrabbler, get back Masked Vandal. Oh. There. And what else am I going to get back? I think probably just a Fume Spitter to kill that Disciple. Just need to remove all of their threats, which is nearly impossible because this is Affinity. But I'm trying. I'm definitely going to put up a fight. Kill that Blood Fountain. Get rid of one of the 3 Crypt Rats in my graveyard. Pass the turn. Yeah, I absolutely cannot let them Blood Fountain back 2 Atogs. I'm just never winning the game if they do that. Block. Yeah. Plays another Disciple, sure. Plays a Makeshift Munitions, sure. I'm going to dredge a Golgari Brown Scale. Okay, another Masked Vandal, that's kind of good. Get back. 1, 2. Yeah, I can just get back double masked Vandal this turn. That's probably what I'll do. Kill that munitions. Sure. Hits me for a bunch. Gonna do something again. Yep. Hits me for a bunch. Yes. I will exile one of these thorns. Actually one of these elders. I don't need multiples really. I'm gonna get another Masked Vandal, discarding this Fume Spitter. Kill one of the enforcers. I'll exile one of the 2 thorns. Pass the turn. Still not in a great spot, but as long as they do... okay. Okay. Probably dead now. Seems like I'm very, very dead now. Get back Grave Scrabbler. Get back Fume Spitter. Cast Scrabbler. Yep. Man, they just gave Affinity so much. So much more than Affinity ever had any right to have. For no reason at all. They just like, you know what deck needs a buff? Affinity. Affinity needs 0 mana, 2 artifacts, insane late game. That's what Affinity needs. No other decks. No other decks need anything. Just this one. Just this one here. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, I'm dead. See you in the sideboard. I'll bring this in for this, and let's go to game number 2. Here we are in game number 2. I'm going to be on the play. This does not have much of anything. This has a little bit more, but yeah, I kind of have to keep it. It's not great. I'll toss back the Grave Scrabbler, and I don't know, hopefully we'll start doing things on turn 4. It's really slow, but I can't go to 5 very easily in this matchup, and it does have a little bit of hate, some good cards. Okay, I'll cast a Fume Spitter. Luckily, usually Affinity doesn't have a ton against Tortured Existence. Prophetic Prism, okay. Sure, Tortured Existence. Sakura Tribe-Elder. Punch for 1. And then I'll pass the turn. This is a reasonable start. Definitely better than last game. But, let's see if Affinity does Affinity things. That's an Affinity thing for sure. Sacrifice Tribe-Elder, grab a Swamp, draw a card for turn, cast a Thorn of the Black Rose, get the Monarch really quickly. Monarch very, very strong against Affinity. They don't have much of an ability to take it from you. Draw a card. Chainer's Edict, that's not too bad. Another Thoughtcast. Great Furnace, sure. Prophetic Prism, okay. Mirror Enforcer. Sure. Golgari Rot Farm's pretty good. Chainer's Edict, killing that Enforcer. Rot Farm, getting back a Swamp. Then I'm going to play an Augur of Skulls, try to attack their hand a little bit, and then swing for 2. I do like Augur in this matchup. I think it's better than a lot of your other cards. You know, your Fume Spitters, your Crypt Rats, things that just don't do much against Affinity. And they draw so many cards that it doesn't usually matter, but it gets them a little bit down. Just the tiniest bit of being able to attack their hand is nice. And you get to recur it. I feel like it's just a fine card in this matchup. Okay, Blood Fountain. Yep, forces them to kill it. Draw a card for turn. I'm going to... Let's see. Cast a Wickerburrow Elder. I'm going to kill that Blood Fountain. Don't need them to get back a lot of stuff. Yeah, I really don't need them to get back that Mirror Enforcer. That would be obnoxious. And then I'll play a Campus, swing for 2. Draw a card, and then pass the turn. If they don't kill this Elder, I can start Fume Spittering it to kill their Great Furnaces. They could also basically just kill me at any point now with Atog Fling, but that's Affinity. That's definitely Affinity. Just being able to draw 20 cards and then kill you on like turn 5 or 6 insanely consistently with a couple removal spells and free 4/4s. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they be able to do that? There's 2 mana up here. Galvanic Blast the Fume Spitter. Okay, put a counter on the Elder. Okay, Disciple. I'm going to bring back the Fume Spitter, discarding the Stinkweed Imp. Then I'm going to dredge the Stinkweed Imp. Ooh, double Masked Vandal. That's kind of cool. I'm definitely going to bring back one of those. Very, very strong. Then I'm going to cast one of them. Killing the... I'll kill the Black Bridge. Exiling... the second Thorn, I suppose. Then I can... yep. I'll just kill this... I'll kill this Great Furnace. No, I'll kill the Vault of Whispers. It's a little bit better. And I'll do it with this Forest, I think. Yeah. Kill the Vault of Whispers. Yeah. Then I will kill that Great Furnace. Okay. Not sure if it's good enough, but this is the plan against Affinity. This is what you're trying to do. I'm going to dredge a Stinkweed Imp. And goes to the opponent's turn. They might just kill me anyway after I triple Stone Rained them. But maybe if they're cracking that blood token, this is a really good sign. That's a really good sign. Discarding Makeshift Munitions. Yeah, Wickerburrow Elder Loops is precisely the reason why I have 2 of it in the sideboard. Very, very strong against Affinity. Okay, going to Ancestral Recall. Playing a Mirror Enforcer. Sure. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to actually dredge the brown scale here. I have basically everything in my graveyard that I want. I just like a little bit of a cushion on my life total. Let's see. I've got Grave Scrabbler, Stinkweed Imp. How much mana do I have exactly? So I'm going to play out the swamp this turn always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can get the Grave Scrabbler back, recast the Grave Scrabbler, getting Fume Spitter and Masked Vandal, and I should be able to do the Masked Vandal and the Wickerburrow Elder loop. Yeah, that's what it looks like with the Grave Scrabbler. Is there any reason not to do that? I don't think so. I think that that's just good. Okay. Discard a brown scale. Get back Masked Vandal. Discarding Grave Scrabbler. Casting the Grave Scrabbler. Getting back the Fume Spitter. Cast Masked Vandal. Exiling that bridge. Is opponent going to do something with that mana? Evidently, yes. Deadly Dispute the bridge. Sure. Cast the Fume Spitter. Target the Wickerburrow Elder. Killing... It doesn't really matter, there's double Prophetic Prism on the board. Killing the Vault of Whispers. Pass turn. I'm going to keep all of this on my board. I don't really want this Wickerburrow Elder to be traded with an Enforcer, because I can just keep looping for cheap. Dredge a brown scale. Gain 2 life. Let's see if this is enough! Let's see. Come on. Come on. Still an Atog Fling just kills me. Oh, this is the stupidest deck ever. Do I die? Do I just die? Because I might. It's very reasonable that I just die here. Yep, I probably just die. Affinity is a bullshit deck. I was also low on time, but I think I could maybe pull out another win on 8 minutes. Affinity is such a stupid deck. Just fling. Just cast the spell. Just cast the spell. Yep, and I die. Affinity did Affinity things. It definitely needs banned. I'll see you in match number 2. Here we are in match number 2. I do not have Tortured Existence, so this is a mulligan. Also do not have Tortured Existence. This is a mulligan. You too. I don't think that I can mulligan on 5. I am on the draw. This is a Tribe Elder, Crypt Rat's hand. It's really bad, but I'll toss back a Spore Frog. I'll toss back a... do I toss back... Yeah, I'll toss back this Kitchen Imp, and we'll sit on this. This hand needs a lot of help, but Crypt Rats is pretty good, so we'll see. Jungle Hollow, pass the turn. Playing against Mono White Heroic. Skyguard, sure. Swamp. Tribelder. Pass the turn. Hyena Umbra on the Skyguard. Yeah, it kind of sucks that I didn't get any good hands, because just Spore Frog, Tortured Existence, Loop, and you win this matchup, because they cannot deal with that. But if they pump up a big Skyguard and you can't answer it, they win this matchup. Block the cat. Sack Tribelder. Grab a swamp. Take 5 damage. Wow. Cast Crypt Rats. Play out Campus. Pass the turn. I don't have anything! Which means I probably lose. Yeah, you remember how I said this hand needed some help? Help was not 2 more lands. That's not what I meant by help. Help was not Golgari Rot Farm Forest. That's so many lands. It's so bad. This is so bad. Alright, Ethereal Armor, I'm probably just dead. Probably just dead. Yep, I'll take 10. And there's a Spore Frog, but is there any universe where I win this? So I can Spore Frog, and even then if I draw into a Torture Existence, if I draw into a Commune, there's literally no way. No, there's literally no way. See you in sideboards. Alright, I'll bring this in for this, and go on to game number 2. We're going to be on the play. Hopefully we get a keepable hand this time. This is not a keepable hand. This is so painfully not a keepable hand. This is a keepable hand. It needs help, but it's keepable. I'm going to toss back this... I'm going to definitely toss back one of these swamps. I'll toss back... I'll toss back another swamp. I kind of want the Rot Farm for extra mana. Luckily, opponent probably has no idea what the hell we're doing. Trailblazer, sure. Seriously, this is not what I meant by help. This is like the opposite of what I meant by help. I mean, I'll play both of them out. They might just randomly have enchantment hate in the deck, but this is pretty bad. Death Speakers, sure, pro black. Masked Vandal, okay. I'll just play the Rot Farm, bounce the swamp back to my hand, pass the turn. Luckily their start isn't super fast, as long as they don't have just like 2 more enchantments here. Okay. Take 5. Yeah, and this is why Crypt Rat's absolutely atrocious in this matchup. It's okay against Bogles, because Bogles is pretty slow in getting its stuff out. This deck is not, and it has just this big booty centaur with 4 toughness to start. You can't really do much about it. Hopefully, I'll be able to block with the brown scale, start dredging the brown scale, hit Spore Frog, and then just win the game. That would be really nice. He's going to make it protection from green. Yep. Hit me for 5, yeah. Draw a Chainer's Edict. That just kills the Sacred Cat. Doesn't really do anything. I'll play a Kitchen Imp. And I'll pass the turn. This sucks. Mulligan to 5 both times. Literally, if I draw a Spore Frog, I win the game. The game is over if I draw a Spore Frog. If I don't draw a Spore Frog, I still might win, but probably not. Probably still gonna die because of this. Because of this. This is what happens when you don't draw any good cards and have to mulligan to 5 against this deck. Well, I'll see you in match number 3. Here we are in match number 3. I'm gonna be on the play. This is an actually good hand. Very nice to see a keep on 7. Finally. This deck is a little bit inconsistent because you need Torex or Commune for a really good hand. But it's not that inconsistent. These past 2 matches have been rough. Super, super rough. And now that I say that, we're just going to get rolled by like a perfect elf start or something. Like before I can even Crypt Rat, I'm going to be dead or something ridiculous. Come on, what are we playing against? Island, sure. Preordain, okay. Could be a couple different decks. Hopefully it's fairies. If it is fairies, we've already won the game. We landed a Tortured Existence on 1, we have a Kitchen Imp in hand, and a starter on 3. Rot Farm, bouncing back the swamp. Okay, a bridge. We might be playing against the Jeskai Wildfire deck. A little bit of a harder matchup, but definitely not impossible, especially since I landed Tortured Existence on turn 1. Grab a Rot Farm, play a Campus, and pass the turn. Yeah, I've actually, I bought this deck in paper. I might buy it online. It's really, really fun. Funny enough, the loops that it does are sort of similar in like a really abstract blue way to the Tortured Existence loops. It's a fun deck. Like instead of looping to gain life and little creatures, you loop to draw 6 cards and counter every spell your opponent plays. Their deck is, slightly better, just a smidge better, but I think that this matchup should be fun, and I like our position. We did have a really good 7. I think that I'm just going to dredge this brown scale. Okay, what are we going to do here? I think that this is just a... This Spore Frog's not good here. Spore Frog's really bad. But, yeah, I'm going to discard a brown scale. Play a swamp. Get brown scale back, I suppose. Discarding Kitchen Imp. Casting Kitchen Imp. Gaining 2 life. Casting a Spore Frog. Swing for 3. Luckily, a million counter spells and removal spells, which is what their deck is, isn't great against Kitchen Imp, Tortured Existence loops. They also tend to win with like flyers, so Kitchen Imp also good against that. Spore Frog, very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, there's the Muldrifter, draws 2 cards. Gonna have to discard to hand size, which is something. Actually, probably not really anything, because they play Late to Dinner. So discarding to hand size is just a card to reanimate. Dust to Dust main deck. Wow. That's where we are now in Pauper. That's where we are now. Always good to see how far Affinity has taken this beautiful metagame. I am going to... Am I just going to swing for 2? How much do I need this Mole Drifter to be dead? Not very much. I'm just going to swing for 2. Because the thing is that they can draw a million cards, and that kind of sucks, but not really. It's not that big of a deal if they draw a million cards. Then I'm going to... I might as well sack this now, get a swamp. Golgari Brown Scale to hand. And I'll keep that in my graveyard for now. Yeah, I want my F6 value in this matchup. This is a very grindy matchup. Crypt Rats is pretty good, I think in this matchup. One of their ways of finally breaking parity with you is with Soul of Migration. So being able to wipe that is nice. Sure, I'll take 2. It does not really matter. I'm going to gain a lot of life off a brown scale here. Oh, darn. Whatever. That would have been 2 extra life. I think that the F6 that I accidentally did stuck. A little bit annoying, but it's what it is. I think I'll just dredge this brown scale. Sure. Cast Tribuilder. Sack Tribuilder. Get a swamp. Bring back Tribuilder. Discarding brown scale. Recast Tribuilder. Play swamp. Swing with everything. This was probably wrong. They're probably going to Ephemerate. Yeah, that was definitely wrong. I have not played enough against this deck. I realized my mistake too late. It doesn't matter that much, because neither of these creatures matter that much. But, I probably shouldn't have attacked with them. I mean, I can just do this. I can. I don't know. Maybe it was good just to get a creature in the graveyard, but it was definitely not intentional. Recast Swarfrog, pass the turn. I'm gonna rebound that Ephemerate on the Mole Drifter. Sure. This is interesting. I know that eventually they can get like Archaeomancer, Soul of Migration loops going, but they do have Dust to Dust, so their deck's a little bit clogged up. Obviously, I don't play any artifacts. It's just a question of will I be able to resolve this Crypt Rats when I need to? Okay, Soul of Migration. Sacrifice Tribuilder, get a swamp. Can discard 2 cards of the hand size. Another 2 Dust to Dusts. I'm going to dredge Stinkweed Imp. I'm gonna swing with this Kitchen Imp. I would like this to happen. I would love for this to happen. It would make my mana much easier with this Crypt Rats. Okay. Cast Crypt Rats. Then I'm going to get back Kitchen Imp. Will I? I can like loop Brown Scale once. I can just get another Crypt Rats on the battlefield, but he'll probably just kill it with like a Galv Blast or something. Hmm. I don't know. It's a little bit close. Let's loop brown scale once and get back a Satyr Wayfinder. Wow. Okay. Mass Vandal is good in this matchup because they play artifact lands. I think that that will be a really important thing, especially games 2 and 3. Actual F6 value. What is opponent going to do? Late to dinner? Sure. Soul Migration back. I'm just going to dredge brown scale here. Get back the Kitchen Imp. Discard brown scale. Grab a Masked Vandal. Discarding Kitchen Imp. Cast Kitchen Imp. Cast the Vandal. Killing one of these red bridges. I would like to use that ability. Thank you very much. I have 3 brown scales. I do not need 3. What else do I want to do this turn? I'm definitely going to go to second main to take away this floating blue. Ephemerate on the Soul of Migration. Sure. Sure. It's going to keep this Kitchen Imp up. Then, what do I want to do? Probably just grab a Crypt Rats and then cast it this turn. If it eats a counterspell, great. It does, great. That's really where this matchup I feel is probably gonna end up. Me trying to slam Crypt Rats and they trying to hold up enough mana to counterspell multiple Crypt Rats. Sure, I'm gonna wildfire that bridge. Getting an island, okay. Attacking with all the birds. I'll block one of them. Dredge brown scale. I could also dredge the Stinkweed Imp. I mean, I really don't want to get behind on like cards, but at the same time, I really need to hit a Grave Scrabbler. I'm gonna dredge the Stinkweed Imp. Yeah, there we go. Grave Scrabbler. I'll get this Masked Vandal for the first one. And I will get a Crypt Rats with the second one. Cast Masked Vandal. I'll kill another... Actually, I'll kill this bridge because it's untapped. Yes. And I can exile one of these Tribe Elders. And I'll cast another Crypt Rats. Okay, another counterspell. Pass the turn. Yeah, this is how I figured this matchup would go. Very, very grindy. Wow, Faithless Looting. Okay, Faithless Looting Dust to Dust, doing the same thing that Boros Monarch does. I don't know how good it is in Jeskai Wildfire, but obviously they believe that it's good enough. This card's another Dust to Dust and a Dispel. Neither of these cards do anything against my deck. Archaeomancer. Okay. Sure. Okay, they're gonna get Ephemerate. And play a mountain. Sure. Now, what are they going to do with all these birds? Because this is the two birds every turn loop with the Archaeomancer, which sucks. It's a very, very powerful loop. They're just going to throw everything at me. Really? Okay, I will block a bird with a Kitchen Imp. It's an unusual play. That's a play that says, I don't know. I have no idea what that's. I don't know if it's correct. It doesn't look correct to me. Because I just get to do this, and they're at a lower life total. So what are you going to do about this? Because if you untap out if he untaps out of counterspell mana, maybe he doesn't even have a counterspell, but he can get one off of the Ephemerate. Like, one of the cards in hand is Ephemerate. We know that. Okay. Takes 4. Get a Grave Scrabbler, discarding Brown Scale. Yeah, I feel that it's really nice being able to madness all these creatures into play. Very, very hard to deal with, obviously, for this deck. Especially when they throw all of their blockers at your face for no reason at all. I mean, I was going to do this pretty much regardless, but sure, just go shields down on me for no reason. I'm not upset. Like, I'll take it. These creatures can turn sideways. They're not strong, but they can turn sideways. Okay, get back 2 Crypt Rats. Cast Crypt Rats. Yep, Ephemerate. Going to grab Counterspell. Sure. This is the Counterspell every turn loop. I'm probably playing one of the few decks that can actually play through a Counterspell every turn. But yeah, this is a really strong. We're both doing basically our strongest things right here, and I'm coming out a little bit ahead, it looks like, but they could definitely get back into this game really, really quickly. The only problem is that their deck, I'm not sure if it's their deck in particular, they probably don't even play Fiery Cannonade main. The version that I play plays Cannonade main. With all their Dust to Dust, they probably don't even run that. And if they did, they'd kill all their birds and their Archaeomancer. That's the problem with that card. Okay, gets back Ephemerate. Okay, that's a really good sign. You're gonna die to a bunch of 2/2s, 1/1s, and 1/3s. 0 cards on my board have a combined stat total of 4. They all are crap. They're all terrible. I don't have a single good creature on my board. Strongest creature in my deck, Golgari Brown Scale, easily. Best card. Alright, I'm going to take my draw step, dredging a Brown Scale. Okay, I'm going to go to attacks. Swing with everything. They cannot both loop Counterspell and loop 2 birds a turn. So I win. I'll see you in sideboards. I'm going to take this out for this. Let's go to game number 2. I feel like Augur of Skulls is not a great card in this matchup. They draw so much, but I think it's good enough, especially to go Augur turn 2 into Masked Vandal turn 3. I think that's pretty strong. That's one of the main reasons that I have Augur in this deck, because most of the matchups where you want to bring in a bunch of Masked Vandals, definitely a mulligan. Just give me a secured Tri-Belder, make this game easy on me. Most of the games that you want to bring in your 2 Masked Vandals, you want to take out either your Spore Frogs, your Fume Spitters, or both, which ends up with you not always having the greatest number of cards in your graveyard to Masked Vandal their artifact stuff, which leads me to want a card that will easily get itself into the graveyard while doing just something, like anything, and Augur is one of those cards. In this situation, it would have been great if I had drawn an Augur, because I would be able to start looping with Stinkweed Imp. But instead, I am insanely unlucky. Or just bad. Maybe I'm just bad at the game. Maybe I should have mulliganed to 3 and just drawn perfectly from there. Who knows? Who knows? Luckily, opponent is not off to a super fast start either. They also mulliganed. And can I have something? It's a card! It's a card that I can cast! And it goes into my graveyard and does things. There's text on this card, you see? Always good to see. I'm probably going to sack this for a swamp and pitch the Stinkweed Imp to get it back. I like it. I like drawing this card. I like drawing this card and this card and this card and this card. And then other cards. This is good. This card is great. I love it. Best card in the deck. Literally, probably the best creature in the deck. If you see a hand with these 2 and lands and any other creatures, especially dredgers or madness creatures, just keep. Just keep. It's good. It's just what you want. Discard Imp. Dredge the Imp. Okay, Fairy Macabre. Also, I was thinking about Fairy Macabre when I was playing his deck, and it's really good. Very, very important card to have in this matchup. I'm just going to put it in my hand right away, because I might as well. I just don't want the Archaeomancers to do anything at all. If, like, the way that they win is that they Archaeomancer loop with Ephemerate, the same sort of way that you Tortured Existence loop with Dredgers and Madness creatures. And both Tortured Existence and Archaeomancer are shut down by Fairy Macabre really nicely. Of course, Archaeomancer is shut down way worse than Tortured Existence is, because you can just Tortured Existence in response to a Fairy Macabre and get the card back that you want, if you have enough mana and creatures, that is. But yeah, this game looks pretty over. They've drawn pretty poorly, have just been spinning their wheels and not getting anywhere. Play a swamp, play a Tri-Belder. Pass the turn. And I'll, of course, get back one of these Tri-Belders with Stinkweed Imp. Yep, that's fine. See, this is objective proof. Objective proof that Tortured Existence is better than Jeskai Wildfire. Believe it. Sacrifice Tri-Belder, get a swamp, get a Tri-Belder back, discard an Imp, dredge an Imp, I'll get back an imp. Discard Stinkweed Imp. Imp. Which one of these do I want? Probably the Augur. I've got a bunch of black mana currently. I might get a green mana, my second forest off of this Tribe Elder. Augur. Tribe Elder. Swing for 4. Pass the turn. And see how Augur is like not great or anything, but it's just there. You know, it's a 2-drop creature that sacrifices itself and does something. You know, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I like the card. It's one of my favorite cards in Pauper, even though it's not super great. Like, yeah, they're just going to power through it. And if this was a Mole Drifter, Augur wouldn't do much of anything. But it's something. It's something. It'll attack their hand a little bit. As long as you have a Fairy Macabre, you can keep them from going too crazy. And yeah, it's always going to force out removal spells. Because if they didn't remove it, they just have to discard the removal spell. So I don't know. It's a good card, I think. I know that there might be better options, and if you guys wanted to recommend a better sideboard slot, I would really want it to be a creature, and I would want it to be able to put itself into the graveyard easily. That's really important for it. But for now, Augur is good in this slot. Discard Stinkweed Imp, get back that Vandal, cast the Vandal, kill one of these lands. Yeah, this game is looking very, very nice for us. Yep, there's the concession. Finally got a win. I'll see you in match number 4. Alright, here we are in... Oh, this is hand. Here we are in match number 4. I'm going to keep this, and the deck is going to give me a land. I'm on the draw. The deck is going to give me a land. The deck is going to give me a land. It will happen. I demand it. Oh. I don't have a Crypt Rats, and I need a Crypt Rats for this matchup. Okay, there's a Crypt Rats. I'm just going to draw lands from here on out. Cast a Fume Spitter, pass turn. This hand is fine. This hand is perfectly just reasonable. I just need a few lands. Just a few. Not even that many. Just enough to wipe the board with Crypt Rats. And I should be chillin'. Okay, Winding Way. Gets some more mana stuff that dies to Crypt Rats. Land. Pass turn. Why? Why does it always do me like this? Every time. Every single time. Every single time. It's not even that unlikely for me to draw, like, a land or two. Especially since I have a bunch of Golgari Rot Farms that if I draw one of those, it's basically like drawing 2 lands. Just once. Once I want this deck. I want this deck to reward me. And it's definitely a correct keep. I have Tortured Existence, I have Tribe Elder, I have all the goods. If I just draw a land or 2, I win. This is still winnable if I draw a land or 2. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to Fume Spitter, bring back Fume Spitter again. This is depressing as all get out, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it because there's still a chance. Still a very small chance that he hits 4 non-creatures off of his Winding Way, and then has nothing but mana creatures, and then I wipe the board with Crypt Rats. There's just a tiny little chance that is precisely what happens. Okay. Pop the Sentinel. Discard a Stinkweed Imp. Land. I'm not dredging that. Thank you. Thank you. It's a swamp, which is not great, but I will take it for now. For now, I am perfectly fine with drawing a swamp. Because if I draw another swamp, I get to cast the Crypt Rats. And then if I get to crack the Crypt Rats, their board disappears. It just goes away. Okay, lead the Stampede. Miss. 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 That's not a miss. It's definitely not a miss. Pretty good, actually. Still, I can blow up all of these creatures with the Crypt Rats. Okay, sure, Rubble Fort. So we know 3 of the 4 cards in his hand. If opponent really feels like it, they can cast this Mole Drifter. Apparently, they really feel like it. Sure. Casts Mole Drifter. Swings for 2. Yeah. Any other deck, I would be dead by now, but they have gotten a really slow draw. Discard Masked Vandal because it doesn't do anything in this matchup. Land. 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 No. Not that. Yeah, I'll just pass the turn and then I'll Kitchen Imp on their turn to kill that Mole Drifter. This is such a scuffed game. This is one of the most scuffed games I've ever played. Just 5 cards. 5 cards, 1 land. 5 cards, 1 land, because why not? Why the hell not? That seems reasonable to me. Seems reasonable. What, I play, you know, like 22, 23 lands? Yeah. Yeah, 5 cards, 1 land. Okay, Boarding Party. If this hits, like, anything. Overgrown Battlement. We're playing Magic the Gathering. That's what we're doing here. Yeah, I'll bring back the, I guess, the Masked Vandal. I'll probably block that. I still have a tiny chance if I draw nothing but lands from here on out. Just the tiniest sliver of a chance. Almost infinitesimal. Can barely even see it. Okay. Sure. Fume Spitter. Pass the turn. Well, let's see if that's the reality we live in. I see a lot of mana, so it's probably not. That doesn't look like it is. That's a winding way. It doesn't look like that's the reality we're living in. Looks like we're in the one where I die really hard. It's a lot of stuff there. Are we gonna see another one of these? It's not unreasonable. They've gone really deep too without hitting much of their big stuff. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna concede here. There's not much that I can do. Not really. I mean, maybe I should have played it out, but this game was so lame. That's so many lands. Whatever. I'm gonna take this out for this, and let's go to game number 2. We're going to be on the play. Let's see if we can draw lands this game. This is not a great hand. I think that I'm going to have to mulligan it. If one of these was untapped, I might consider keeping it, but oh fuck, I'm not keeping this again. Not on the play. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. I have to keep it. Holy shit. This is not my day apparently. This is clearly not my day. Wow. Okay. This is what we're doing. Wow. Now I'm wishing that I kept the first one, even though it wasn't any good. Wow. I mean, I guess. Might as well. Pass the turn. Like, if I draw a forest here, I'm still in an okay spot, but I'm not going to. Like, forest, like any green source is at least 30 cards down with how this league has been going. Any green source is 30 cards down. Hey! Hey! I think I unjinxed myself. Okay. Put a swamp back in my hand to pass the turn. Axebane Guardian, that sucks, yeah. Opponent is going to start casting big stuff pretty quickly. Sentinel. Draw. I don't know. I think I might just have to play that Thorn and hope that they can't take the Monarch. I think I'm probably going to do that. Like, it's not super likely that they can take the Monarch. You know, it's plausible, but it's not super likely. Like, they have to have a boarding party if they're going to do it. Okay, Tri-Builder. And if they have a boarding party and take it, I can just, like, because they have to swing with Sentinel and boarding party if they're going to try to take it with boarding party. And I can kill the Sentinel and then swing with the Thorn to take it back. Okay, Rubble Fort. Sure. Block the Sentinel. They take the Monarch. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to attack with Thorn. Maybe they'll give me the Monarch, but probably not. Probably just going to block with one of their little shitters. But at least I get to remove one of them. Yep. Blocks with the Tinderwall. Jungle Hollow. Sakura Tri-Builder. Pass turn. I can block sack on this boarding party, which is pretty good. But this game is kind of running away from me. I mean, a mull to 4 is almost impossible to win anyway. I took a risk on this Thorn. I was really hoping that they didn't have a boarding party, but they just had it all this game. If they had, like, one turn slower on the boarding party, I think that I could have really gotten a good lead. But this is just like, what turn like 4? Turn like 4 or 5, and they've got double boarding party, Rubble Fort, Axebane Guardian, and Overgrown Battlement into a lead the Stampede with the Monarch up. I'm never winning this game. I'll see you in match number 5. Here we are in match number 5. Let's see if we can get a 2-3. I mean, this hand has good cards. I suppose that I'll keep. I'll toss back one of these Tri-Builders. If I get a Tortured Existence, this hand is great. and I get to play Affinity for my first match and my final match, which really just feels awful. I'm going to play Campus turn 1, pass. I really hope that they ban this deck. Yeah. It's so brain dead. It's so brain dead to play against. Play out a Tribe Elder, pass the turn. It's like, how do you even interact with them? Their whole thing is that they draw their entire deck and then kill you with 2 cards. And have like 4 0-mana 4/4s along the way. Ancestral Recall. Ancestral Recall. And there's the Blood Fountain. And how many 0-mana 4/4s are there going to be this turn? 1 mana for a star. 0-mana 4/4 on turn 3. With 7 other permanents in play. And I'm going to get a land. Yeah. Tribe Elder, Fume Spitter, Golgari Rot Farm, Swamp to hand, pass the turn. I have just drawn so badly this league. So unbelievably badly. And it doesn't really matter whether you draw good or bad against Affinity, you kind of just lose. Like, he can do whatever he wants right now, and I lose. Because even if I kill all of his stuff, Blood Fountain just wins. Like, I'm not even sure if I played, like, quad Masked Vandal, and, like, Sacrifice Outlets in Tortured Existence main deck, that I would have any chance here. Like, I don't think that I would. Like, truly, if I had a Masked Vandal in hand and, like, a Fleshbag Marauder or something, would I really be in this game at all? Like, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that I would be just as dead, because they can do that. Like, he's drawn 10 more cards than me at this point. And get a swamp. Okay, good card. Sure. Tortured Existence. Kill a Disciple. Grab a Tribe Elder. Discard a Stinkweed Imp. Play a Tribe Elder. Pass the turn. Yeah, like, if I had Masked Vandal, Fleshbag Marauder, I wouldn't be in, like, a better spot, really. I mean, I might make that deck because I think that the only way that I'm going to have any chance against Affinity main deck is with 4 Masked Vandals and a Fleshbag Marauder. Or maybe like a Wickerburrow Elder main deck. Which is insane that I'm even considering that. There shouldn't be any deck powerful enough that like Jeskai Wildfire, which is already really good against Affinity because you can Wildfire these lands and they don't play basics, right? It already should be a really good matchup, right? But it's so stupid that they play 4 Dust to Dust main deck for Affinity, because this deck is just this powerful. Okay, gonna grab a swamp, and there's like he has like better board than me. I have more lands than him, but he has better board than me, and he has 7 cards in hand. Right, that's the really truly powerful thing about Affinity. If they didn't have Deadly Dispute, if they banned like Deadly Dispute, Affinity would not be nearly as good, like not even close. But it's the fact that they can have full hand at all times and kill you out of absolutely nowhere, and it doesn't matter if you kill their creatures or counterspell them because they have blood fountains and a bunch of mirror enforcers. It's just such an atrocious deck. Just such an atrocious deck. Yeah, and I have a Masked Vandal. It like doesn't matter at all, like not even a little bit. I suppose that I'll get it, but it's not really gonna do anything. I'll loop this brown scale a few times, but like, what am I like? What's my win condition here? Like they're just gonna kill me next turn, and I can't do much about it. Wait, one second. Then I bring it back, and yeah, that'll work. Yep. And I'm at 24 life, right? I'm at 24 life. I should be so completely safe right here. Right? If you're at 24 life in the all-common format, you shouldn't just be able to die out of literally nowhere. Right? That's like not okay at all. I'm gonna take one. Pass the turn. If opponent has anything, literally anything, I die. With main deck Vandal. And I haven't even drawn badly this game. Like, I've drawn pretty reasonably this game. Yep. Ancestral Recall. Zero mana 4/4. Show me the Galvanic Blast. And I die. Here we are in game number 2. I'm going to be on the play. This hand is fine. I'll keep it. It doesn't have Tortured Existence, but it does have a Thorn. So maybe I'll be able to turn 3 that if I get an untapped land. And that's one of the ways that you beat Affinity. Just turn 3 a Thorn, and if they can't really contest it, and they're okay, there's a Tortured Existence. This hand's quite good. Play Tribelder, pass the turn. I don't think it's gonna be good enough because it almost never is, but it's about as good as it gets. Prism, sure. Get a Swamp. Rot Farm, okay. Tortured Existence. Augur. Rot Farm, bringing back a Swamp. Pass turn. Let's see, is there a Galvanic Blast here? Blood Fountain, I hate that card so much. Because here comes the 0 mana 4/4s. This card really was just the icing on the cake of Affinity. Just any chance of you being able to counter and remove their creatures is gone now. Sure. You can duress me. Because they just play 1 mana artifact that gives them early game, late game, mid game, filtering. Why, Wizards? Why would you do this to us? Okay, and then there's that. Sacrifice this, force 2 discards. Okay, Prism and that. What am I gonna do here? I'll commune. Grab a Wickerburr Elder. Play a Swamp. Grab a Tribelder, discard a Stinkweed Imp, cast Tribelder, pass the turn. I could have cast that Stinkweed Imp, tried to block these Mirror Enforcers, but I don't know. It's just not even that great. I think that I just need to get super far ahead on mana. Luckily, that was just a Prophetic Prism. Like, this was just a 1 mana draw 2 cards. Very, very minor thing in Affinity is 2 1 mana draw 2 cards, right? That's like manageable, right? I have to play 2 mana, discard 2 cards. Why don't I get a 1 mana opponent has to discard 3 cards? Well, why can't I have that? I think that sounds fair enough. Okay, and then I'm going to dredge the Stinkweed Imp. Masked Vandal is pretty good here. But I'm going to play out the Wickerburrow Elder. And I'm going to kill that Makeshift Munitions. Just really don't want that to be on the board right now. Play a Jungle Hollow, pass the turn. And I have a Fume Spitter in my graveyard, so I can start looping that. Maybe it'll be enough. Opponent doesn't have a ton of cards in hand right now, so that's like the only upside to this situation here. Do I take 8? I think I have to. Yeah, I take it. I just can't give up this Wickerburrow Elder right now. Discard Stinkweed Imp and get a Fume Spitter. Dredge the Imp. Okay, Chainer's Edict's pretty good. Fume Spitter on the Elder. Mirror Enforcer, go away. Go away. Thank you very much. Another Deadly Dispute. A Fling. Okay. That's obnoxious. Okay. I guess that I'm going to Fume Spitter another couple of times. Maybe once more. I'll probably do it another time after this. Kill Black Source or Red Source. I think the Black Source. And do it again. Cast the Fume Spitter. I'm probably going to end up block and then sack onto the Wickerburrow Elder. That's the plan. And then swing for 4. Let's see. Opponent has 1 card in hand. What is it? What could it possibly be? Okay, Bridge and a Mirror Enforcer. This is not even too bad. This could be so much worse. Just the fact that they have not Ancestral Recalled once this game is really keeping us in it. I am going to dredge a Stinkweed Imp. Okay, what am I going to try to do this turn? I don't know. I think I'll get back a Thorn. Because I need to start drawing cards right now. I haven't gotten a Grave Scrabbler. My only value right now is this Thorn. So I'm going to go ahead and Thorn. Get the Monarch. Pass the turn. Dredging this Stinkweed Imp. Okay. Got a Brown Scale. I have another Masked Vandal. I have the Monarch. I I have a small chance here. Small chance. Sure, an Atog isn't even that relevant here. This is like old Atog, back in the day, before all the ancestral recalls happened. I am going to kill this blood fountain, definitely, while they don't have enough mana for it. Then I'm going to block with both of these. Sure. Okay. I have to block with it, obviously, because I have the Monarch and I can't give that up. What am I going to grab this turn? It's probably just Wickerbarwelder again. Yeah, definitely. Discard Stinkweed Imp, get Elder. Dredge Brown Scale. Gain 2 life. Cast Elder. Kill a Vault of Whispers. Grab a Fume Spitter. Discarding Brown Scale. Cast Fume Spitter. Pass the turn. I could have Chainer's Edicted that turn, but that doesn't really get me ahead very much. And I only died to, like, fling off the top. And this really gets me ahead in case he starts drawing his, like, good stuff into good stuff, like all of his Ancestral Recall shenanigans. And the fact that he drew a land means we probably just win. So, I mean, getting a game off of Affinity, no matter how bad the pilot is, no matter how badly they drew, is an accomplishment. Then I'm gonna bring a Vandal back to hand, discard Brown Scale. Kill this Furnace. Okay. Gonna kill that bridge. Gonna get another Masked Vandal. And I'm gonna kill one of these bridges. Might actually kill that bridge, just to take away the blue mana. It's not really gonna do much because the Prism. Finally. Freaking finally. Get a game off of Affinity. Swing with the Elder. Pass the turn. And plenty of time on the clock for game number 3. Hopefully we see the concession right here. Okay, I'm just going to naturally draw a card. Another Masked Vandal, sweet. Masked Vandal. Kill the bridge. Deadly Dispute, okay. Swing for 4. Yep, and I'll just pass the turn. Will I? Nah. Yeah. No. No, I think I honestly want to kill that treasure token. As bad as this seems, I think that it's definitely correct. Affinity is just so stupid that if they can get anything rolling, that they'll just kill you. Yeah, so I have to kill that treasure token. I'm gonna Fume Spitter loop with a Wickerbarwelder. Just looping this Brown Scale a few times before it. There we go. And pass the turn. Dredging one of these brown scales. There we go. I do enjoy doing this. This is one of my favorite things, is having this kind of a board against Affinity, because Affinity is one of the worst feeling decks to play against in all of Pauper. It might be the worst feeling deck to play against. It's absolutely awful. One of the worst experiences. Chainer's Edict, and I don't have to do anything because this game is over. Opponent is dragging it out for whatever reason, maybe to see more cards, but I'm not going to show any more. Pass the turn. Disciple, okay. Double Disciple, sure. I'll Fume Spitter Loop. Just to get this over with. Swing out. There we go. Keep sideboards the same. Let's go to game number 3. Here we are in game number 3. This is not a great hand because I don't have Tortured Existence, but I do have Masked Vandal on turn number 3, Tribe Elder on turn number 2. I think I just kind of have to keep it and hope that I hit. I also, of course, have the Thorns, which is part of the reason why I'm keeping this hand. Sure. I guess that I'll just go Swamp turn 1 pass. Prophetic Prism. I always love to see Prism turn 2 instead of Wellspring. Just the fact that they aren't just going to have the absolute nuts on turn 2 and 3 is nice. Definitely going to be Mass Vandaling unless they do something. I mean, if they played an Atog, I might think about Chainer's Edicting, but I'm probably just going to try to get them down on their lands. Thoughtcast, yep. Just Affinity, doing Affinity things. Swamp. Draw. Sucks. Yeah, I mean, I'll Mass Vandal. Kill the bridge. Just kind of, I mean, I would have really liked to draw a land in those 2 cards. This brown scale doesn't do very much. And, of course, opponent is hitting all of their land drops. Yeah, the thing is with Mass Vandal is that it can get you ahead a little bit, but you need to keep hitting your own land drops while you're killing theirs, or else it just doesn't do anything. And not doing anything against Affinity means that you're dying to 0 mana 4/4s. Okay. Satyr Wayfinder. I didn't really. Okay. Do I want a swamp or a forest? I think that I want a swamp. Yeah. Yep, I want a swamp. Play the swamp. Chainer's Edict. I can't. That's so stupid. I've missed a lot of Satyr Wayfinders as before. I've never hit 4 lands off of it. It's statistically unlikely that happens. And wow, our opponent is atrocious at Magic the Gathering. You never want to kill the Masked Vandal, because then I just get to loop Masked Vandal. But playing Affinity, you don't need skill. You just need to draw your entire deck and then kill. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Play Atog. I'm probably going to be dead next turn. Wickerboro Elder. Okay. Fume Spitter. Kill this Disciple. Sure, sacks the star. Play Masked Vandal. And I'm gonna obviously kill one of these bridges. And I'll exile this Masked Vandal. I want to keep the Fume Spitter in the graveyard in case I am able to start Wickerboro Elder looping. Or he can just do that for almost no reason whatsoever. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll take it. That's not good. Did you read this card? This card says you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. My graveyard is a resource. I have to keep creatures in my graveyard or this card doesn't work. Okay, I'll block with Masked Vandal. If he sacks something, that's perfectly fine. Because I want Masked Vandals in my graveyard. Draw? Seriously? That's so not good. I'll just play out Wickerboro Elder. Pass the turn. This is not a great situation because I drew a bunch of stuff that works with Tortured Existence and not Tortured Existence. It's still not too terrible because he hasn't drawn a million cards yet. Cast Down, that's really rough. I can still like Stinkweed Imp and block this Atog. And as long as they don't draw too many cards, I should be fine. But this is not the greatest situation. If there is a fling here, I die unless I block this Atog. So that's what I'm going to do. Draw. Okay. Can I please hit a land? What the hell have been these Satyr Wayfinders? What the actual fuck? What has been this league? Wow. That's atrocious. I have never... That is so unbelievably bad. Wow. Just wow. I'm really glad that I'm not playing for 5-0 right now, because I would be so much more upset. The fact that this is just for a 2-3 is this is such a game. This is such a game. First Satyr Wayfinder hits 4 lands, second one hits 4 payoffs. This is my hand. This is my freaking hand. And opponent is just sitting there tanking for no reason. Affinity is the dumbest deck in the world. You don't have to think. You don't have to think, buddy. Just look at my graveyard, realize that I just missed off of my Wayfinder, and then attack in. If I don't block the Atog, you kill me. I mean, you're playing Affinity. You don't need to do anything. Just play your stuff and then win. Stinkweed Imp. Caterpillar. Pass turn. Yep, Gal Blast the Imp. Of course. 2 mana, draw 2. Disciple of the Vault. I am dead. Wow. Well, sometimes you go 1-4 and it just does not matter how hard you try. Yeah. Yeah, these games were ridiculous. This league was insane. Last league with Tortured Existence, we went 4-1. This league, 1-4. I have never drawn so badly in a league with Tortured Existence, and I have never, ever had Satyr Wayfinder fuck me so hard. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one.